Well, good morning. It is Monday, July 19th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. Well, we start with the news out of Tokyo that a member of the women's U.S. gymnastics team has tested positive for COVID-19. At the time of this recording, that gymnast has not been identified. What we do know is the gymnast who tested positive is an alternate on the team between the ages of 10 and 19. NBC News reported that another team member identified as a close contact of the gymnast who tested positive has been placed on standby. We'll continue to update you on this story as more details become available. And now we turn to Holly, who always keeps us updated on our Northeast Ohio weather. Holly.
Danielle, thanks. And what a beautiful day it's been as we look ahead to the afternoon. It's clear, it's sunny, and it's feeling great too. Low 80s for highs today. Little hints of green, just some decorative cloud cover. It's just a nice break. We had such a beautiful Sunday with official highs 80 degrees at Hopkins. We'll just be slightly warmer today. We are in the 60s as we start off your Tuesday. It's another clear day. We are looking a little warmer. And again, you get that like slight 20% chance of a shower, but this is nothing like what we dealt with last week. In fact, most of you will not see a drop of rain as we head into your Tuesday. Now, as we get into Wednesday, things start to change, and we could very well have some isolated shower chances. Things are going to be cooling off, believe it or not. So let's talk about it. Beautiful sunshine today, 83 the high, feeling lovely as can be. Tomorrow in the mid 80s, then notice on Wednesday how it's cooler, 75. So we could end up seeing a couple of showers. Right now, chances are pretty small. Isolated chances Thursday, Friday. And then over the weekend, we are in the low 80s. Could see some scattered showers and storms, but not a washout. We'll keep you updated. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you so much, Holly. And swollen rivers from all the rain that we've had in the last few days are proving to be too challenging for some trying to hit the water. Painesville firefighters told us they rescued several kayakers and people tubing yesterday. So this happened after they ended up in the river in a very dangerous situation. So you might look at the river and think, well, you know, that's not that bad. But the heavy rain like we've had the last few days changes the pace of the river. And this is nothing that an inexperienced kayaker or swimmer can handle.
Approximately 8,600 feet per second. That's a lot of water coming down the river headed to the lake. It's best to stay out of the river, especially if you don't have any experience with the river.
So if you're going into any kind of water, remember, wear a life jacket and then make sure that someone knows where you are. And a lot happening today here in Northeast Ohio. Here's 3 things to know this morning. First, longtime Cleveland City Councilman Ken Johnson begins his trial. He's facing several corruption charges. He was indicted by a federal grand jury and arrested earlier this year. Johnson is accused of submitting phony receipts for city expenses and directing federal money to a nonprofit that funneled it back to him. He has been suspended from council since April. And Lorain City Council is set to vote on a halfway house today. The new owners of the former DeLucas Place are considering giving the space new life as a halfway house for prison inmates who are just weeks away from release. True Freedom Ministries and Enterprises is the nonprofit looking to open the reentry facility. Residents have voiced concerns about safety and property values in that area. And today, festivities begin at the Ohio State Fair, but it's not open to the public this year. Fair officials say they're focusing on agricultural and educational competitions. The commission says this is due to concern for public health because of COVID-19. It's also because of the financial impact of hosting a fair that will bring in far less revenue in order to follow safety protocols. Livestock shows begin today. Alrighty, great news if you love Swensons, because today their new location in Willoughby is set to open. Just last month, the restaurant, which is best known for its Galley Boy burgers, unveiled that it will open its newest location on Euclid Avenue near the intersection of Somme Center Road. And tomorrow, Jeff Bezos is set to board his own rocket and launch to space with 3 other people. But there's some controversy surrounding the launch after another billionaire went to space last week. We're connecting the dots for you this morning.
If everything goes as planned, Jeff Bezos will launch into space Tuesday morning, just days after Richard Branson. But Bezos' company says Branson didn't actually go to space. Let's connect the dots. In the billionaire space race, there are a lot of bragging rights, and Richard Branson was the first to go to space in a craft he helped fund. Or was he? The supersonic space plane created by his company Virgin Galactic took off from New Mexico on July 11th and reached 53.5 miles above the Earth. NASA and the FAA define space as 50 miles above Earth, so he went to space, right? Well, Bezos' company, Blue Origin, says that flight has an asterisk next to it because it really didn't go to space. The international group that certifies aeronautical and astronautical records uses something called the Kármán line to define where space starts. That is 62 miles above Earth, which is how high Bezos' Blue Origin is planning on going up. Some experts are not impressed with either billionaire. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson questioned whether either man is actually an astronaut because they're not reaching low Earth orbit. He told CNN that since they didn't get into orbit, it's not actually space travel, just a nice view of Earth.
And a dog missing for 5 days in Cincinnati is back safe with its owner after being found and rescued from inside the wall of a home. Yes, you heard me correctly. So check this out. You can see it here. Fire crews were called to a home to find that the dog had fallen down a crevice and was trapped between 2 concrete walls. Well, they got him free here. You can see. Officials said that they weren't able to lift the dog out, so they had to break open the wall with a sledgehammer. Well, it took about 10 minutes to free the pup, and here that dog is being reunited. Yes, they believe the dog named Gentle was in the wall the entire time. Wow. You have to love that video of him, Gentle, I believe it's a girl or a boy, I'm not sure, but Gentle being reconnected with his owner or her owner. So let me know what you think about that story. And thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you Tuesday morning on Go starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.